How's it going, guys? Welcome to RakeRock. And were you wondering to upgrade your streaming camera, but you don't know what to buy and came here to take a look? Mevo might be right for you. Let's take a look. Starting with the box, unboxing, because we always need to see what's inside the box. So inside this box, there's another box. So inside the box, we have the unit itself, which is what we paid for. Now, putting the unit aside, the manual is just some boring paperwork. You don't need it. You're looking at this YouTube video. I'm sure you're going to be downloading the drivers and everything on Logitech website. Why wouldn't you? Last but not least is the USB cable. It's nice and long, feels pretty good in the hands. The unit itself is matte, so it's really nice that you get that like premium feeling. It's not one of those like cheap glossy plastic looks. It feels kind of rugged, like good to handle maybe a fall, paid for, maybe two. Like looking in the back, we see there's a micro SD card slot for memory. There is a Type-C port for data transfer and charging, as well as a microphone input. As for the bottom, this is where you could really mount the camera. There is a single screw mount that if you switch it from either sides, you see that it's either a 1/4 inch or it's a 3/8 inch. So it's really nice to see the flexibility. Really, you could use any mount you want. If you want to use a microphone mount or Mevo's mount that they have for the camera specifically, or any other camera or microphone mount, it's a very universal threading, so a lot of things will fit. So that's really nice to see, especially for creators that already have existing systems or existing stands and stuff, so you don't have to go out and buy more. It's pretty good. So Mevo has its own app. You just download it. It's on the Apple Store or Google Play Store. Depends on the system you have. I do need to make sure this thing's on. So once you open up the Mevo app, you're going to see that it's going to look for your Mevo right away. So just turn on the Mevo. Mine's dead, but this part is you can just turn on. It makes a small beeping noise. It starts searching. See, Mevo is right away connecting. I only just turned on the unit itself and opened up the app, so super easy. There you go. And now you have the Mevo app on your phone. The setup can't be any easier. It just works perfectly. One thing that it's really nice, I will screen record for you guys to see. This camera really does have a bunch of features that are just really nice for a person that's like soloing it, just trying to do it by himself, setting up a camera and streaming. When you're streaming, there's a lot going on and you're trying to minimize the things that you're thinking about. Having a Mevo, it really does help. Just the fact that if you need to just quickly change the direction of the camera, it's as simple as just dragging your finger and setting it up, and then you can have multiple screens. This is 1080p, which isn't the best. That being said, for the price range and for the flexibility of having these features, it's really good. And for streaming, it's more than enough for 1080p, because realistically speaking, most people don't stream at 4K. It's a very common thing to stream at 1080p. In conclusion, this camera is pretty good. As for streaming, as a secondary camera, 10 out of 10 would recommend. As a main camera, it's just lacking that it doesn't have 4K features or 1080p 60, but as the fact that it has 1080p 30 FPS for a secondary camera facing myself, or having like a secondary camera instead of my main, I would definitely use it. I would personally buy it for myself. There goes my camera that went out. There goes my light. That means it's time to end this video. If you're thinking about it, getting it, but you weren't sure because of the price, with RakeRock, we have massive deals on these. Come take a look. Quick trick, if you want to throw this adapter, you could just use a 1/4 instead of just like a flathead or anything. To be honest, I always keep a couple of 1/4s in my camera bag, because if you're changing mounts all the time, these 1/4s are just, they fit perfectly. I don't know if they're designed to fit 1/4s, but for all my stuff, I just take out a 1/4 and use it. It's much cheaper than buying a screwdriver.